Most moms think eating healthy takes hours, but the truth is, it's not about the time. It's actually about the decisions. Studies show that we make over 200 food related decisions every single day. 200. No wonder by the time dinner rolls around, our brains are just done. So if you've ever sat on the couch at 9 p.m., still scrolling Pinterest, trying to figure out what to eat tomorrow, you know that feeling. So today I'm going to show you how to make eating healthy even faster without spending more time in the kitchen by learning to decide once, prep once, and reuse what works. This is video 3 in my Dinner Chaos to Calm series, and by the end, you'll see how planning ahead doesn't box you in, it actually gives you your evenings back. So let's start with where all of this really goes wrong. I want you to picture this. You open Pinterest just to get a few dinner ideas, and 45 minutes later, you're still scrolling, your coffee's cold, and you're no closer to knowing what's for dinner. It's not a time problem. That's actually decision fatigue. And here's what happens next. You finally make it to the grocery store, and you're standing in the yogurt aisle, and suddenly you're comparing 15 different healthy labels. And now, the thing that you're trying to do to feel better is draining you even more. The real time suck isn't cooking or shopping, it's actually deciding over and over again. That's why I started treating meal decisions like a system. Not a surprise. I'm not the mom with a color-coded meal plan. I'm the mom with real kids, a tons of sports practices, and nights that really never go as planned. So decide once for me doesn't mean mapping out every single bite for the entire week. It means having a few dinners that always work. For us, it's usually taco or burrito bowls. They're flexible, they use whatever protein I have, and nobody complains because they can all build their own. So that one decision saves me 5 more decisions later. Because when you stop redeciding dinner every single night, you also stop wasting energy before the pan even hits the stove. But even the best decision falls apart if you have to start from scratch every time you cook. So here's what's changed everything. On the weekends, I batch cook a few basics. Sometimes it's a big batch of chicken. I'll either have my husband grill it, or I'll throw it in the Instant Pot and shred it in my Vitamix. Other times, it's just some ground beef that I lightly season, so I can really use it in anything. And then most weekends, the kids and I will take some time and we'll cut up vegetables. I'll do peppers and cucumbers and carrots. Sometimes then we'll bag some for lunches so that they can make quick lunch choices easy. And then we store some in containers to use for the week. I'll make a dozen hard-boiled eggs, maybe some overnight oats or chia seed pudding for my breakfasts, and all of that maybe takes an hour. Or if I spread it over a little bit of time, I might make 30 minutes here and 30 minutes there. But the payoff will last all week. So it's not an all-day prep marathon. But there's honestly a calm satisfaction in knowing that the hard part's already done. And honestly, a quiet pride too, because I'm setting us up for success and not creating decision fatigue every 5 minutes. And that brings me to my secret weapon for saving time without anyone noticing. One ingredient, 3 meals. That shredded chicken that I batch on Sunday, it can show up as tacos one night and a salad the next, or a rice/grain bowl later in the week, right? Same efforts, 3 different dinners. And that was the week I stopped saying I don't have time to eat healthy. Because I realized the question wasn't, do I have time? It was, I repeating what works. Reusing ingredients doesn't make your meals boring, it makes them sustainable. If this already feels like the kind of relief that you're craving, grab my 5 Days to Confident Food Choices challenge. The link is below. It's going to help you create your own system so that dinner finally feels calm again. And speaking of calm, the next part is why I keep doing all of this in the first place. A lot of nights, my kids will help me and they'll stand next to me or they'll sit in the kitchen and talk to me. And so while I'm cooking our chicken or tossing veggies in the pan, and my oldest has gotten so good that he actually loves to cook. And so sometimes he'll even take over, depending on what he's got going on that night. And I look over and I start to think, this is what I wanted. It's not about perfection or perfect meal plans. It's about showing my kids what it looks like to take care of yourself. Healthy food doesn't just feed our bodies. It slows us down long enough to be together. And that's why I always try and keep it simple. So here's the truth. You don't need more time. You need fewer decisions. Decide once, prep once, use what actually works. That's how you make healthy food fit into real life. And when you do, you'll start noticing that you're not just saving minutes, you're saving mental energy. And you'll end the day feeling calm instead of rushed and present instead of pressured. So now that you know how to make healthy food faster and simpler, the next thing to do is learn how to make dinner even easier with a few simple swaps that cut your cooking time in half. Watch that next video right here.